You
P
see
upon Q.
what it
Yes,
means
sir.
to say that, let's say I have a number 2, okay,
Yes, sir.
on 5. You see, here this number is in the form of P upon Q,
Yes, sir.
where P and Q can be what? Integers. They can be any integer.
Integers.
All right. So
Yes, sir.
to understand rational number, you first need to know about the whole numbers. What are the whole numbers and what are the integers?
Yes.
These are the basic things you need to know. So what do you mean by whole number? You see, yesterday we took 3 bags. In the first bag, we had only the natural numbers. And what we
Yes,
did,
sir.
in the another bag, we added 0 in that bag also. So that
Yes, sir.
collection of number we call as whole
Whole
numbers.
number.
Yeah. And in the third bag, we put negatives of whole numbers also. Here are negative numbers
Yes,
also.
sir.
So then we call the collection integers. So now we can say that whole numbers are collections of what? Are collections
Uh, of
of,
number included 0
yeah, of 0 and natural numbers.
and natural numbers.
All right. And we see that integers are collections of,
Collections of
yeah,
numbers and 0 and
so
negative numbers.
they are collections of whole numbers
Whole numbers uh, with
and
negative
negatives of whole
numbers.
numbers and negatives of whole numbers.
Yes.
There's some issue. Yeah, integers are what? They are collections of what?
Whole numbers
Whole number
and
plus
negative of whole numbers.
negative of whole numbers.
Whole numbers.
All right. Okay. So you see, we have got what? Integers. Now give me 5 example of integers.
Uh, -1,
Minus 1,
minus
minus
5.
2, minus 5,
Yes, -3,
minus 3.
-4, minus
Yeah.
and -4.
Then 0 also. 0 is also an integer. And we can take
Yes,
positive integers
for
also.
positive
1,
integers.
2, 3, 4.
4.
All right.
Yes.
So you see, if we were to write -1 upon 1, is there any issue in writing this? We will be getting -1. It can be written
Yes.
like this. There's no issue in that.
Uh,
You see, we can write 5 like this also, 5 upon 1. Because what? 5
yes.
divided
Yes, sir.
1 gives us 5 only. So
Yes,
there's
sir.
no issue in writing it like this. Or similarly,
Yes.
if I have 4, I can write it like this also, 4 upon 1. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Or if I have -4, I can write it like this also, -4 upon 1. So you see, here the numerator and denominator. You know about numerator and denominator, right?
Yes, sir.
The upper term of the fraction is called
Uh, is called
numerator.
numerator.
It is what?
Numerator.
Yeah, this the upper term of a fraction is called numerator. And what about denominator?
Uh, it used to be in down, sir.
Yeah. the lower term, right?
Yes.
Lower term of a fraction. So you see here the numerator and the denominator. Okay. Or in this case, the numerator and denominator. All these are what? They are integers.
Yes, sir.
Even we can write 0 like this, 0 upon 1. There's no issue in writing that. Okay. But 1 upon 0, it's wrong
Yes, sir.
because the value is undefined. It is what?
The value
Undefined.
is undefined.
Yeah. No number can be divided by 0. All right. Okay. So you see here we see that integers can be represented in the fraction form where the
Uh,
numerator or denominator, okay, where the numerator and denominator are basically what? They are integers.
yes, sir.
All right. And we see that in the case of this, there's an exception here that q, that is what? Denominator. It should not be equal to 0 because
Yes,
if we put denominator as 0, the fraction becomes undefined. All right. So
yes,
that's what makes a rational number. What? A number is called a rational number if we can represent the number of p upon q. All right, where p and q are integers. All right, and q
yes.
is not equal to 0. Okay. Now tell me what is the definition of rational numbers?
Uh, Rational numbers. Rational numbers.
Rational numbers are numbers in the form of fraction p upon q. You see, basically here
Yes,
p and q represents p and q are representing integers. P and
yes,
q
sir.
are representing integers. Okay, integers, they can be either negative numbers, they
Or
can be
positive numbers.
a positive numbers as well. All right. So rational numbers are what? The number
If the number in the form of
yeah,
fraction
in the
uh,
form
in the
of
form of PQ,
fraction p upon q.
P upon Q.
Yeah, where what p and q are?
P integers,
P and q are
integers.
integers. All right. And q should not be equal to 0. All right. Because you
Yes,
see, let's say we have a rational number. Let's say we have got a fraction like this, 5 upon 0. It makes no sense to divide 5 by 0.
yes, sir.
5 can be divided by any negative or positive integer, but it cannot be divided by 0. So it is what? Undefined.
Defined.
Yeah. So p and q can be any integer, but there's an exception that q should not be equal to 0. So that's what
Yes,
makes a rational number. All right.
yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now, if I say you that find me a rational number between two rational numbers. Getting it or not? What the question is saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's say I have two rational numbers here. Let's say 5 upon 2 and let's say
Yes,
8 upon 2. And I want you to find me just one rational number between these two rational numbers. How will you do that?
mm,
You see, if I say you to find me a number between 3 and 5, what we simply do?
yes, sir.
We add 3 and 5 and divide them by 2. What do we get? 8 upon 2, that is 4. So 4 here is the
So,
number lying between. So 4 here is the number lying between what?
yes, sir. Uh, between 3 and 5.
Between 3 and 5,
5.
right? Okay. Between 3 and 5, we have got 4.
Oh,
Similarly, we can apply the same method to find the rational number between two rational numbers as well. We simply have to add
oh, yes,
5
sir.
upon 2 plus 8 upon 2, all right, and divide it by 2. Now do this. Try finding it yourself.
Um, yes, sir.
Yeah, here you have got two rational number and you need to find one rational number between them. How will you do this?
Mm,
Just like how we added 3 and 5 here and divided it by 2, we can do the same thing here. You know the addition of rational number, how to add two rational number?
yes.
If no, then it's okay. We can discuss that. First, what you do? First, add 5 upon 2 and 8 upon 2.
Yes.
First, do this.
Mm,
First, add them.
like, sir, what's the method to add? Like, mm,
Okay, no, sure. We will discuss that. Let's discuss that. Let's say I have got a rational number 5 upon 2 here,
yes, sir.
and the another one is it was, let's say, 8 upon 2. Okay, I need to
Yes,
find
sir.
a rational number between these two. So I will simply add them first and then divide them. Okay,
Yes.
so let's see how we add the rational numbers. You know about LCM, how to take LCM?
Uh, yes. Not like,
You must have studied about LCM and HCM. Yeah.
yes, sir.
Okay, we will be using that in further questions. Here you see both the fractions have got same denominator, right?
Yes, sir.
Both have got same denominator too. So in this case, we can simply add the numerator together. We can simply add the numerator together. That is 5 plus 8 can be added here. And
Yes,
simply
sir.
we can put the, since the denominator is same, we can simply put 2 here. So it will be giving us
Yes.
what? 13 upon 2.
13 about.
All right. And further, we have to divide it by 2. All right. So dividing it by 2 will give us what?
6.
Not 6, 13 upon 4. I
Yes,
guess
sir.
you find this a bit more complex. Or let's just say I have got two rational numbers, 6 and 7. They are also rational numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because by definition, we can represent them like this, 6 upon 1. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
or we can represent them like this. So now find a rational number between 6 and 7. Now it is simple.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, find a rational number between 2. Or let's say it is 8. 6 and 8. Okay, not 6 and 7.
Yes, sir. Uh, sir. Hello.
Yes, Riyaz.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to solve or shall I help?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir. Sir, it's 7.
it's 7. Okay. So the procedure here was what? We simply added,
Sir, first we have to add 6 and 8,
yeah,
and then we have to divide it.
divided by
The answer we got
divided by
divided with
2.
divided with 2,
Then we got 14 divided by 2, that is 7.
7.
Yeah. Similarly, we can, if let's say we have another fraction. Let's say I have got another fraction. Let's say it is what? Let's say it is 7 upon 2 and 9 upon 2. In this case, what will you do? The procedure has to be same. You just
Yes,
know,
sir.
you just
It's
should know that how to add the rational numbers. You see here,
yes,
the
sir.
denominator is same. So we can simply add the numerator and put the value 2 in the denominator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, try solving it yourself.
Sir, it's 7. Like, sorry, 8.
It's 8.
Yes, sir.
No, you have to divide it by 2 as well. You see, the procedure has to be like this: 7 upon 2 added by 9 upon 2, then divided by 2, right?
Yes, sir.
The procedure goes on like this. It is 16 upon 2 and what it is divided by 2.
8 divided by 2.
Yeah, so it gives us what? 8. Now further 8
8.
is divided by 2. So it finally gives us 4. All right. So
Yes, sir.
4 is the rational number lying between 7 upon 2 and 9 upon 2. Here, 4 is our
Yes.
answer. All right. So that's how we find rational number between two given rational number. All right.
Yes.
Okay then.
Sir,
Yeah.
uh, sir, why did you divide the like 2 times? I can't understand.
2 times. Okay, let's understand this. You see,
Like,
the method is what? The method says, just a minute. Yeah. You see, finding a rational number between two rational number. All right. That's what we are
yes,
discussing,
sir. Yes, sir.
between two rational numbers. All right. Let's say given two rational numbers are x and y. All right.
Yes, sir.
I need to find a rational number between x and y. So what I simply do, I simply add x and y and divide it by 2. So you
Yes, sir.
see, this x and y are basically in the form of p upon q, meaning that
Yes.
it can be 7 upon 3. It can be what? Minus 7 upon 3. Yeah, it can be what?
Yes.
5 upon
Uh,
6,
5 upon
minus 1
6
upon 8, or
minus uh
it can be even
or
0.
minus. Yes, sir.
Yeah, or
And it can be 1/7 also, sir.
1 by 7 also. We can quote any random rational number.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, it applies for y as well. Y can be any random rational number. So you see,
Yes, sir.
or it can be 7 as well, or 6 as well, or minus 6 as well, because we can represent them like this: 7 upon 1.
Yes, sir.
We can represent 6 upon 1 as well. We can
Yes.
represent minus 6 as minus 6 upon 1 as well. Okay. So you see, x and y can be in these forms. All right. So you see,
Yes.
this x and y here,
Yes,
they
sir.
can be what? Natural number.
Natural numbers.
They can be whole number. Yeah,
They can be integers.
they can be what?
Integers.
Integer. Okay. So they can be what? They can be negative numbers as well. They can be what?
Yes, sir.
Fractions as
Negative
well.
numbers.
Yeah. All right. So you see, if I have got a simple integer, like you see, simple integer like 5 and 7, it was very easy to find a rational number lying between two. We simply did what? We added them,
Yes.
divided by 2. It gave us what?
It gave us 6.
6. So we know that how to do this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now let's, if we take a more complex example. Let's say here our rational number is, instead of being a natural number, it's like this: 5 upon 2, and the another was 7 upon 2. Then also
Yes,
we
sir.
have to first add them, and next what we have to do? We have to divide them.
Divide them.
These are what? This is x, this is y, x plus y upon 2.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's the basic rule, to add the rational number and divide it by 2. That's why we are dividing it by 2. Here we are not dividing them 2 times. You see, we can
Yes.
have another set of rational number as well, like it can be 5 upon 3 upon 7 upon 3 as well. Or you can have another questions in which the denominator can be different. It can be 5 upon 3 and let's say 8 upon 5 as well. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so here we take a look at the simple simpler one. All right, so how we add the simpler one? If let's say 5 upon 2 and 7 upon 2, you see, denominators are same here,
Yes, sir.
right? Denominators are
Yes.
same. Then what we can do, if we have got such a fraction, such rational number, then we can simply add their numerators together and write the denominator as it is, that is 2. So that gives us what? 12 upon 2. Right, Riyaz? Any confusion in this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that is what? 6.
6.
Yeah. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. So the next property of rational number is what? You see, natural number follows certain properties. You see, like if I say, let's discuss the properties of rational number. Yeah. So see, the first one is what? Closure property. Closure
Closure code.
property. Okay. Now the closure property says what? Look at this diagram. You see, the closure property says that if I have got two rational number, is the diagram perfectly visible or is it blurred?
Yes, sir.
It is
Uh,
blurred.
no, sir. It's visible.
It's visible. Here you see A and B, A plus B.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So closure property says what? That let's say if I have got two rational numbers, let's say I have got two rational number A and B. Okay.
Yes, sir.
A and B are here two rational numbers.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So if we either add them or either subtract them or either what? Divide them,
Divide.
or multiply them.
Multiply. Yes, sir.
So if we perform these operations on these two rational numbers, we will be observing that either the resulting answer will be rational number or not. We will check that.
Yes.
You see what actually I'm trying to say, that let's say I have got two natural number, 1 and 2. If I add them,
Yes, sir.
I am getting a natural number 3.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Or let's see, if I have got two integers, -3 plus 5. In this case, I am getting 2. So 2 is also an integer,
Yes, sir.
right? Or let's say -6 minus 6. I'm getting what here?
Uh, positive. Positive 12, sir.
How come positive 12? Both the numbers are having minus sign here, no?
Yes, sir.
It has to be -12. Okay. Here we are not
Yes, sir.
multiplying it. If these two numbers were in multiplication, 6 multiplied 6 times, it will give us what? 36. Always remember this. When in
Yes.
multiplication, what happens? When minus is multiplied by minus, we get plus. Okay.
Yes, sir.
When minus is multiplied by plus, we get what? We
Mm,
get minus.
minus.
All right. Remember this very carefully. And if we multiply plus by plus, we get a positive sign.
Positive.
These three are very fundamental things when you are dealing with numbers which have got either negative or positive signs. So in the case of multiplication, these three rules apply. Remember them very carefully. Okay. And in addition,
Sir.
yeah,
Sir, are there same in addition subtraction also?
no. What happens in addition and subtraction? Here we are talking about multiplication. Now,
Yes, sir.
what happens here? Just let me erase this. Yeah. Now, what happens in addition and subtraction? Now, if I have 5 minus 10, what is the
Yes,
value
sir.
here?
5.
A bigger number is being subtracted from a smaller number. You see,
Yes, sir.
5 is smaller than 10 here, right?
Yes, sir.
Usually what we see, if I subtract 10, if I subtract 5 from 10, I am getting 5. All right.
Yes, sir.
Here we are subtracting 10 from 5. Will I be getting 5 also here? No, that's not the
Yes.
case here. What happens when you subtract a bigger number from a smaller number, we get
Yes,
a
sir.
negative sign with the number. All right, that's the first rule. Okay,
Okay.
okay then. Let's say I have got it like this. Now, if it was -5 minus 10, then what will happen here?
Uh, sir, the answer will be
That will be, you see,
in positive or
no. Here what happens, you see, we have got two numbers, -5 and -10 here.
yes, sir.
Neither addition will, you see, here what will happen, that this minus sign and this minus sign, these two will go under multiplication. Okay.
Okay.
And we see that when these two signs will go under multiplication, what happens here? Minus multiplied minus, it gives us what?
Uh,
It
yes,
gives
sir.
us a positive sign. You see,
Yes, sir.
these were our numbers -5, -10. Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah, fine. So what happens? We know that when minus is multiplied by minus, we get a positive sign.
Yes, sir.
We just discussed this a moment ago. This thing, right? So what happens between 5 and 10? There will come a sign of plus now. Listen to this. Pay attention to this very carefully. Only
Yes,
then you
sir.
will be able to understand this because these are basic things, and you need to. You will be needing them everywhere. So it becomes what? 15. Okay. So now the question comes whether it will be positive 15 or negative 15. Then what we have to do? We have to look at the number 10 and 5. In this case,
Yes.
both the numbers are having the same sign. Yeah, both the numbers are having same sign. Then we will assign a minus sign to 15. But what about this 6 minus 12? Here is what happening. What is happening here? Yes,
Yes,
Riyaz?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, pay attention to this question. These are very basic
Yes.
things. Okay. Uh, Clear your concept regarding this in this very class. Okay, because these are very basic things. Here, what is happening? We have got a plus 6 and we have got a minus 12. So what will happen? This plus sign will go in multiplication with this minus sign. And as sign
Yes.
convention, we know that when plus is multiplied by minus, we get a sign of
Uh,
minus. See over
Minus.
here. We get a sign of minus. So what happens? Between 6 and 12, there will be a sign of minus only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we see that 6 minus 12 will give us what? Minus 6. Now you may
Minus 6.
ask how this minus sign came up. Okay. Question may arise
Yes, sir.
how this minus sign came here. Why can't we write just plus 6? Because you see, out of 6 and out of 12, which is the greater number?
12.
12. So we assign the sign with the number. We assign the sign of the greater number with our answer here.
Yes, sir.
Solve few questions and this concept will be clear. Okay, solve this. Minus 6, minus 9. Solve this in your copy. Yes, try solving these four questions.
Mm,
For reference, I'm writing the sign convention here. You can take hint from here. Okay.
yes, sir.
Yes, Riyaz, got the answer of the first question?
Wait, sir.
Okay.
Hmm. Sir,
Yes, Riyaz. Yes, got the value?
no, sir.
No. Okay, no issue, no issue. Yeah. Let's look at the first question here.
Uh,
-6 -9. Okay.
yes, sir.
So as per the rule, what will happen here? That this minus sign will go in multiplication with 9. Okay. That's the
Yes,
first
sir.
step. So what we will be getting here? We will be getting a plus sign here because minus multiplied
Yes,
minus will gives us a plus sign. All right.
yes, sir.
Okay. So between 6 and 9, we will get a plus sign. All right.
Yes, sir.
Now, just for a minute, forget about the signs of the number. These minus. All right, these two minuses, forget about them. Simply add
Yes,
them in the first procedure. We added them.
yes, sir.
All right.
15.
Yeah, we have got 15. But the question arises, what has to be the sign here? So you see both
Yes,
the
sir.
numbers here has got minus sign. So simply you put a minus sign here because both the numbers have got minus sign.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, you can do the second one also. Quickly do this one. What will we do? What will we do here? Between 6 and 8,
Yes,
there will be a sign of
yes, sir. Plus
plus. So it will be what? 14.
14.
And yeah, and the sign here is,
Yes, sir.
the sign here is what? Sign will be what? It will be minus 14 or plus 15? Plus 14.
Plus.
Why plus? Because you see here, both the numbers have
Yes,
got
sir.
minus sign, minus 6 and
Yes,
minus
sir.
8. Just like we did the first one, here also the sign has to be minus 14.
Minus.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. Now do the third one. Now, here we have got a minus sign. Here we have got a plus sign. What will happen? These two signs will go under multiplication
Yes, sir.
and between 3 and 12. Now you tell me,
Sir,
see over
it,
here, it will be a sign of,
minus.
it will be a minus sign.
Minus 15.
All right. Now you see 12 minus 3 gives us what?
Yes, sir.
12 minus 3
9.
gives us what? 9. Okay. We are subtracting in the reverse order. Okay. 12 minus 3 gives us 9. Now, here is the conflict that what should be the sign, because here our two numbers have got different sign here. First one has
Yes, sir.
got minus, another one has got plus. So here what we will do, look at the numbers 12 and 3. Which one is the greater here?
12.
12. So the sign here will be of the greater number, that is plus 9. Or simply we can write it as 9. Got it?
Yes, sir.
If you got it, then solve another one. Minus 4 plus 16. Quickly solve this one.
Minus.
Yes, Riyaz. Got the
Yes, sir.
answer? Got the answer? First, what we
Sir,
have to do? Yeah.
yes, sir.
What is
It's
that? What is your
uh,
answer?
sir.
It's
First, we have to do four uh, uh, 4 minus 12, sir.
4 minus
4 minus 16.
4 minus 16. Very good. And then we will
Yes, sir.
simply get the value
And then we'll get the value, sir. 12.
12. And then we will see which of the two number is greater here. Don't look here. If you will look at here, the answer will be wrong. Look at the basic, the first here. Which one is
Yes,
greater
sir.
here? Obviously 16. So sign will be off.
16.
Sign will be plus 12.
My
Simply we can write it as
plus.
12. All right. Now solve the last question. This one is interesting. Minus 8 plus 8. Solve it quickly. Remember, just uh, you can take help from this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Got the answer?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay.
Sir, sir, it's minus 16.
How come minus 16? You see, what will happen here. First, we simply write the numbers, the given numbers.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What is the sign between the two numbers here?
Yes, sir.
What will be the
Uh,
sign?
minus
Minus. So 8 minus 8 gives us what?
0.
0. And you see 0 has got no sign.
Yes, sir.
0 has neither positive, neither plus nor negative sign.
Negative, sir.
All right. So the answer here is 0. Okay. So Riyaz, these are the very basic things. Okay. So you need to further